Good morning, everyone. Steve Baum here, dialing in live from the RSA conference in San Francisco. Joined here with Ravid. Ravid's from a partner of ours, Seemplicity, and we want to chat a little bit today about cybersecurity and some of the challenges that we see in the industry and how our partnership is helping solve some of the problems that we see our customers facing. So, welcome, Ravid, to RSA and to the Club Clarity. We're really excited to have you here and helping co-sponsor this event with us.
Hey, Steve, good to be here. The sun is great today, weather is great. It's actually amazing in this space here outside of Venezuela.
It is quite amazing. San Francisco is a beautiful day out here, very pleasant and great atmosphere. We're really excited to have you here. So thanks for joining. So, Ravi, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved in cybersecurity?
Well, so first of all, I'm the founder and chief product officer of Circus. I've been in the industry for, 25 years. In different roles, actually started as a consultant, and after that I was a practitioner. I was on the vendor side for many years, so kind of know that from different angles. And whenever I try to remember how I got into the cybersecurity business, I actually don't remember exactly. All I know is that I've been in the army, intelligence units, and that becomes some kind of a natural way.
It sounds very foundational.
Yes, exactly. You start to think on how you can use different information, how you can extract things, and that helps you to get the right mindset to be on the cybersecurity.
A lot of twists and turns and experiences along the way that kind of brought you here. And, great. Well, I'd love to learn a little bit more about the Seemplicity as a company, the markets that you serve, and just give us a little bit of background on what you do.
Sure, basically. So Seemplicity has developed the remediation operations platform. Remediation operation is basically the execution layer of your exposure management activities. So you've got all the different findings across your IT environments, your OT environments, your cloud environments, your identities. So you get a big pile of the findings that are on the security team table, but guess what? The security team cannot fix any of these. The people that actually fix those are IT guys, engineers, developers. So security needs to go and send all those findings all day to different people. And it's done manually. It's done in a very ineffective way. So we've built a platform that is actually the execution, taking all those findings and identifying who owns that, who needs to fix that, and automatically dispatch that and manage the day-to-day security backlogs for the different remediation teams, development teams, DevOps teams, wherever you across organization, across all attack surface domains, cloud, infrastructure, OT, and we are doing very great success with enterprises and other organizations that really scale up their remediation operations.
I look at that problem, and the way that I look at it sometimes is the right person at the right location for the right device or right application.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you have an enterprise, especially multinational or even multi-location, wherever it may be, you have different people that have different roles and responsibilities and need to help resolve something. It sounds like you guys have a solution that can help orchestrate the right ticket even for the right person.
Exactly. It's the ticket, it's the solution, it's a workaround, whatever it is actually to remove those many abuses and use the ticket and actually allow security teams to scale because the amount of technology being adopted and as a result of that, the amount of security problems you have is growing in a way that all traditional methods just doesn't scale.
And can you talk a little bit about the operational technologies or medical technologies and how you've seen, particularly with our relationship, the ability to kind of move or the convergence of IT into OT or IT into medical tech, and where your platform has seamlessly kind of transitioned and closed some of the gaps that were there in the past.
So it's a great question. At the end of the day, I think IT and OT has a lot in common, but there is some fundamental differences. And what we're seeing with organizations is that they actually want to get to a point that while each and every one of them has a different sub-process, the measurement, the KPIs, the level of security that they expect is pretty much identical, no matter where your assets are in the cloud, manufacturing or traditional IP. I think that the platform that unifies all the different aspects of your attack surface is crucial for the security team to know where to put the reference. And what we are seeing with the customers, some of them, we've been getting to the customers for an IT project or for a cloud project that once they understand the benefits, this can give them and the ability to execute them across the entire attack surface. Very quickly they are bringing all over OT, and we have some great success with Claroty and a few of our customers on really making sure that all attack surface across OT and IT get the same attention by the security team and respectively by the
See, that's a good point. So getting the right attention to the right problem at the right time with the right person. How do you go about prioritizing that in your plan?
So it's great. So actually, we are giving the customer all the flexibility that the customer needs and wants to prioritize that itself. I'm not a great believer on vendor story. Because I was a vendor myself, I was a practitioner myself, and I had to come in the morning and explain why the score today is 84 and yesterday it was 87, and what's the difference between the two. Anyway, I asked everyone to fix everything above 80. So what we actually did, we did the opposite. We built a mechanism that instead of prioritizing the risk, it's prioritizing the remediation. So we call it remediation priority, and we allow the customer to set the remediation priority for different items based on where the problem is, which assets, and what the problem is, what is the characteristics of the finding, and allowing them to set prioritization priorities. So the P1s, the priority ones for OT environment might be different for the P1s for the IT environment. But still, organizational-wise, that's the same priority. That's what you want to report. That's what you want to make sure you don't have. And that's what allows the customers not to rely on a vendor space as very little context of who you are and what you are, but actually make it yours and being able to rely that across the board.
It's really interesting. I'm sure asset purpose, the uptime of that asset, its operation, or impact of taking it down for whatever purpose it serves, and then the risk, exposure of that comes into play. Right? So when you look at these, you have some type of rules engine that allows the customer to kind of define how they'd like to look at the right remediation for that particular situation.
So what we are trying to do is to bring all the context that we can, internal context, by getting a lot of information about the assets, about the resources, who owns them, and what does they do, and what is their classification, and at the same time a lot of intelligence and threat intelligence on the findings themselves. So the assets is your internal context. The threat intel is the external context, and we let the customer create those combinations for rules or other methods that we actually say the combination of these internal context and external context is what is really
It's wonderful, and I think that's one of the reasons why our technology works so well together is we're able to provide the visibility into these operational technologies and medical technologies and understand the purpose of that asset, where it kind of fits in the customer's operations, right? The criticality. Can you taking this device offline may have an impact on the production and the ability to meet their goals, right? So all of this sounds like you have a rubric or a methodology for being able to take in just that information that we provide. So what is, from your perspective, a partnership with Claroty? What's your position on the better together story that you'd like to share with us?
So I think at the end of the day, what we want to do is to actually improve security. And I think that the things that Claroty identifies as those kind of organizations are great and amazing. I think that the security team did a lot of research from a lot of different tools, and they are kind of the bottleneck for the actual remediation. Our goal in the organization is to make the organization more secure, not to know about the problems, but to fix the problems. And I think that getting all the signals in one platform actually allows us to have the organization focus on what we do. For example, operational technology issues that get to serious problems, and have them being able to focus on that rather than to being busy all day making spreadsheets just to be prepared for the next sprint of internal development.
Now I know why you're called Seemplicity.
Exactly.
You're taking all this information and focusing on the signals that matter and reducing some of the signals. And there are a lot of signals that our customers have to deal with. Any parting comments? Any cool technology you're seeing at the conference? Any trends?
I think that the conference is really interesting this year.
Yeah.
With the risk of sounding cliche, I think that AI is changing things. So I think that people talk about product managers writing code. I think what we're seeing is that our customers are starting to do other things as well. They are more advanced in their ability on products to actually deliver better value.
Yes.
Is doubling down compared to previous years. So because every customer can now go and check GPT and get some conclusions, it means for us as engineers, we need to provide a much more clear and sound value. And I think this is going to improve our industry for the best. This is just the beginning of that because it's only 3-4 months in. I think next year is going to be very interesting.
I agree. It's interesting how we're starting to see the technology improve productivity for our own lives. And imagine what we can do with this and the signal noise reduction going forward, and putting the right context for the right people at the right time to resolve the security challenges. So, signing off here from RSA, everybody. Thanks again for joining, and thanks again for coming.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
Sweet.